Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Something Saturday on this channel where we just talk about things we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week, and we've got some stuff to talk about from Scream 7 to Marvel news, so let's jump right into it. Now, first up, we have to talk about the news that Sidney Prescott herself, Neve Campbell, has been officially confirmed to be part of Scream 7. And this is what Neve Campbell had to say about her return. I'm very happy and proud to say I've been asked in the most respectful way to bring Sidney back to the screen. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Well, actually I could. While I've been so incredibly lucky to make these films with both the master of horror, Wes Craven, and the wonderfully talented Matt and Tyler team, I've dreamt for many years of how amazing it would be to make one of these movies with Kevin Williamson at the helm. And now that is happening. Kevin Williamson is going to direct Scream 7. Now this is double the news because Kevin Williamson is also coming back to direct. This is absolutely amazing. He has been with the Scream franchise since almost the beginning, and to see him come back into it as the director with Sidney Prescott returning, a character that he helped to bring to the screen in the first place, is utterly amazing. This is something that fans should be clamoring for. However, here's the sad fact of the matter. There are, in fact, fans that are attacking Sidney Prescott herself. They're attacking Neve Campbell, saying that Neve didn't need to come back, that the franchise should be done with her. Look, I have been very open about I believe the Scream franchise can move on from Sidney Prescott. But there is no reason if the writers and directors and producers and all of that decide to bring back a character that we should ever be insulting the actress that plays the part. Because all she is doing is taking a job. And rightly so. If you are offered a job that's going to pay you money, you do that job. And that's all that's happening here. She was offered the part. She gets a chance to work with someone that she absolutely adores, and she took it. And it hurts me to see that we are at this point in our fandom where people are insulting Neve Campbell for taking a job in the franchise that made her a star. I think it's one of those things that kind of just proves how far the fandom has fallen at times. But it's okay, because for every one of the fans out there that has been screaming about how she didn't need to come back, there are several like me and several like other people that are absolutely thrilled by the news that we're getting another Scream movie, and thrilled by the news that Neve Campbell is coming back, and absolutely thrilled that Kevin Williamson is going to be directing this movie. And I am so excited to see where he can take this if he goes forward with any more movies after this. Because this is in fact kind of the last part of the trilogy. Despite Melissa Barrera being fired and Jenna Ortega not coming back and so many of those cast members not returning, this is still going to be 3 movies that have come out. This is still going to be the trilogy of that, kind of. And with this, we've had rumors that maybe Courtney Cox would return. I've even read rumors that David Arquette will return. However, seriously doubtful. I don't think that David Arquette will be returning to this role, sadly, and I'm sorry to say that. But it is pretty amazing that we're going to get to see Neve Campbell return after they didn't pay her the amount of money she deserved for the last film, and she had to bow out of it. It's great to see that they're willing to pay her what she deserves, and she is in fact back. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you excited about this news? Next up, we have to talk about some Marvel news. Marvel fans have been ecstatic for the last couple of days that we have been talking about Henry Cavill being confirmed for a Marvel role. And so many parts have been bantied about of different people that he could play. And of course, everybody wants to know who he's going to be playing. Well, apparently it has been confirmed. He will be playing a Wolverine variant. Now, him playing a Wolverine variant is big news because we have to look at the repercussions of this. This means that there are variants out there that do indeed look like Henry Cavill. If this is to be said and this is to be true, then it could also mean that Henry Cavill could return as Wolverine. Now, I know in the last Doctor Strange movie, they did kind of give us a variant of Mr. Fantastic that we're never going to get to see again. And that's okay, because sometimes that will happen too. But the fact that Henry Cavill is coming off a big success as a DC star, and the fact that he's coming off this big success of The Witcher and all this stuff, and his schedule has apparently cleared enough that he could be doing more, at least in terms of what we have heard. He could be doing a lot more in this franchise and other parts of the MCU. So people are thinking that maybe he is going to be our new Wolverine. And I'm okay with this. I think it's a pretty good casting choice. I mean, if you're going comic book accurate, as we've discussed before, you would get someone like Danny DeVito. That would be the one that you would have to get in order to make it sort of comic book accurate, because Wolverine in the comics is not a tall guy at all. But we've grown accustomed to seeing Wolverine be played by someone that's taller than what he is in the comics, and that's okay too. And Henry Cavill has the acting chops where he can definitely pull this off. So we are thrilled that he's going to be our Wolverine variant, and hopefully he will be Wolverine in the future movies. Now, Nova is also apparently coming to Marvel, and we know he's not going to be played by Henry Cavill. This is kind of sad news for some fans, but it was never one of the things that Henry Cavill was rumored to be up for, so I guess, hey, whoever they get to play him, I'm sure will do an amazing job. Now, what is really cool about this situation is that Nova was going to start off as a TV series. Apparently, that is no longer happening, and the TV series is not going to be a thing. There has been numerous reports that it was going to be this TV show, but that it is one of the projects that got canceled. It was also rumored for years that he was going to pop up in another movie. And we've reported on this type of thing before, about the possibility of Nova coming to the big screen, being in some other movie, or being... We've even talked about that possibility very briefly, about it being a TV show. And we know that it is one of the projects that they were debating doing, and now it looks as though that has been canceled. However, this new thing coming out confirms that they love Nova over there, and they want to see Nova come to the big screen as much as we do. So it seems as though we will be getting Nova coming to the big screen in the future. I think that's going to be a fun thing to watch happen. And I think the Nova Corps being in the MCU officially, with Nova himself as a character, I think that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. He is the most well-known one among the Nova Corps, and it would be very cool to see him come to the screen. So I'm actually pretty excited to see that happen, to see Nova get his own movie. I think it would be absolutely amazing. As always, we want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment box below. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be part of the conversation as well. Miko says we need more subscribers. You don't want to disappoint Miko, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. Then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.